Hello, please confirm you can hear me and
Oh, okay, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, much, Ebusala. It's nice to hear from you. Thank you for that. A wonderful, short. Uh, I'm not a fan of, citation of profile, but thank you. You've done an amazing job. All right. Um, so, first, before I proceed, what up, I see a lot of AI, right here as well. And I want to quickly understand who my audience is. So if you don't mind in the chat, I'll just say hi to know that this is in the quick. That will be what you're doing. I would like to also share screen and then yes, just one moment. Um, just 1 minute to share. All right. Yeah, I think the screen is on. Please confirm if you can see. Confirm if you can see my screen. Okay. All right. It's so interesting to know that. Just let me quickly see. Okay, yes, thank you so much, Kingsley. Thank you so much, Olani Benjamin. That's fine. So we'll just move straight into it. Okay. And then I'm going to remove this 1 minute. Okay. Yes, covering what we are doing here. All right. So one thing that is happening, I can't see my audience as much as I would love to see. I can't see, but I believe that you are here also with me. Okay, yes. I can't see. And that was really intentional. But I want to believe you can hear me. Today, this is an intro. Now, before I start, I want you to know that I am not here to just talk to you, to just continue, dishing out, this conversation. That is when I can be sure that this is definitely going to be more of, a live engagement. And I really want to see every one of us being active on this call. Right. So that being said, yes, my name is Afiz and I'm a founder of Coach Fika. And today we will be, dwelling into adapting pedagogy in the era of AI. I mean, it's not in news anymore, right? It's the truth that AI has come to stay, right? In fact, I want to say that us in Nigeria currently, we are a step backward when it you as an educator. How can you be in that same space? How can you leverage on this? How can you harness all of this to improve learning experience, learning outcomes, to drive engagement in your classrooms, to make you a phenomenal teacher or an educator in your space, basically, right? So please, it's important to always hear, you at any point in time share one or two things. All right. Okay. So the first thing I'll be asking is, so I'm going to be checking the charts now. So I want you to tell me your full name, where you are joining from, and then because it is important that we are both on the same page, I want to understand one thing that you're looking at taking away from this session. It's really important. So I want to see your full name and one thing, Linda. So, okay. Yes, I know you are AI assistants. I know we are also learning about AI, and I'm seeing AI in the chat box, which is really interesting. So can someone, your full name, where you're joining from, and then that's one thing that you're looking at taking away from today's session. So let's hear that. Let me be sure that I am not just talking to myself. All right. Can you still hear me? Am I still audible? Can you still see me? Yes, Olani Benjamin from Abeokuta. Interesting. So, Olani, what are you looking at taking away from today's session? Chidima, interesting, from Lagos. I love to learn about AI and robotics. That's fine. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yes, we're looking forward to that. All right. So I have Olani and Benjamin. So without wasting times, I'll just proceed from there. It is interesting to know that we have someone from Abeokuta. It's interesting to know we have someone from Lagos, learning session. So we'll just proceed. So I'll ask you, like I tell you, this is 21st century, and I really need to share with you that every form of learning that you're looking forward to, you already have it. So what I'm doing today is to add more information to it. That's the first thing. Secondly, and also to bring it out of you. And then we'll bring it together to make sense, because there's no point in coming for a session or a webinar and then you're done and you just feel empty. So that will not happen today. So to you, I don't want any form of, a definition, English definition or a professional definition. I just want to understand, as an educator that you are, or as someone that is striving in that space, that wanted to be a great educator, or you're just even thinking about being an educator, what does AI mean for you? All right. What does it mean for you? I would like to equip with unfull knowledge to manipulate AI so as to be more productive in the classroom. Yes, that's more like it. Olani, yes. The word manipulation. Yeah, let's use that way. Let's say I want to work more with AI to get the best results, in the classroom or as an educator. That would be really good. All right, yeah, AI, what is AI? Well, interesting. That's artificial intelligence. Interesting. So now, what does artificial intelligence mean? That's the question. And this is where I want you to come in. What does artificial intelligence mean? Artificial means something that is not natural, something that is not organic, right? It's something that we make. How then? Yes, Olani said a technological tool that helps me automatically run tasks rather than do them myself manually. What? That is brilliant, right? It's automated, right? So it makes it brings out ideas automatically based on your inputs. Don't forget that word, input. And that is where creativity comes in. And that's where we're going to do, like, it's part of things we're going to be talking about. Like you said, you want to manipulate, that's being creative, to be creative with AI, right? So yeah, Chidima said AI is more like an intelligent technological system used to improve how things work or automate things, more like enhancing the existence of humanity. Wow, brilliant. You see, that is really important, that when you engage your participants, you understand that there's a diversity in how we view things. And that's really very valid as well. It is a way to automate things, and it's a way to enhance humanity. It's a way to enhance what you do in reality. Imagine you spending tons of hours in developing a particular thing. And because of AI, you could do that in just less than 1 hour. That is the beauty of an AI, right? That is AI in a larger context. And then we can see the signs of making machine think like human. Simple. It is the science behind making machine think like human. That is why we call it artificial intelligence. And that's why you see something like robots, right? That's why you see a lot of things, you know, they resemble human. So the science that makes, you know, um, you know, machines looks like human. Thank you so much, guys, for, for interacting with what we're doing today. It's really important for me. Right, so quickly, I'm going to be playing a video, and I really want you to take time and see what that video is all about. So let me remove this floating, and let's play the video.
What will a world with artificial intelligence be like? Just look around you. AI isn't the future, it's here now. While only 33% of people think they're using AI, nearly 77% already are. AI recommends the right movies to watch, stops criminals from using our credit cards, and interprets what we mean to say when we talk into our smart speakers. Today's students are the By 2025, AI will take over more than half of all current work tasks. Employees in every industry will soon work side by side with smart machines to become more efficient and productive. And AI has the power to help us solve some of our biggest problems, like climate change, education inequality, and improving global health. But who will decide which problems AI should solve? How will we ensure our AI systems are ethical and fair? Who will decide whether AI works for us or we work for it? Our ability to answer these questions will determine the quality of our future lives. To design an AI-powered world we will actually want to live in, today's students must know how to do more than just use AI. They need to know how to harness it to create solutions that will improve lives. This won't happen on its own. Teachers are the most important link to developing the new generation of AI-savvy learners, workers, and leaders. Across the globe, students and teachers are beginning to learn about AI together. They're exploring the capabilities of existing AI tools, building their own applications, and considering what rules are needed to keep us safe. They're also learning that the more AI can perform transactional tasks, the more important our uniquely human skills like empathy, creativity, and critical thinking will become. AI is already here, and our students need to be ready. By learning to create with AI, today's students will change the world in ways we can't yet imagine. Are you ready to help students create the kind of AI-enabled world we will all want to live in? Are you ready to teach the future?
All right. So,
what will a world with artificial intelligence
from the video, what do you think from the video? Quickly, from the video, what are you thinking? I want to hear you. I want to hear your thoughts. It is more like assistance. That's quite, yes. So from the video, quickly. So what do you pick from that video? If you had watched that video, what does it tell you as an educator? the focus should be on education. There's something really important that video said. We all believe that we are going to the future, but the future is already here. In fact, it's part of what is happening on that chat box, as I was saying today. You see a lot of saying I'm assistant, artificial assistant, blah, 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 and all of that. But as an educator, that this space, you are looking at a situation where your students will be able to compete globally with another student that finished from probably Canada, that finished from UK, that finished from United States, or some other part of the country of the world. Like, so how are you preparing yourself to prepare your students for the future? That's the question. You are preparing your student locally for a global world, a global village. And then don't forget, the pace at which they're working, the pace at which they're moving is quite different from the pace at which you're moving in Africa, not to talk about how you're moving in Nigeria. So for me, I'm asking you from that video, what resonates with you, and then what does that make you think? Quickly, 1 or 2 minutes. I just want to get feedback, and then we'll move from there. From the video, what does that video make you? What does the video make you think in terms of artificial intelligence? All right, I will be in the chat box. That's why you're seeing some more background, the black stuff, because I'm also trying to read chat. Okay. I think we need to create awareness and know the importance of the application. Yeah, that is a very broad context. So I'm now asking you as an educator, how are you thinking? I want us to be in the space of education. How are you thinking? Okay, so Olani Benjamin shared, our generation of learners are the first to experience AI. That's powerful. That's the truth. That is just true. So now that you know they are the first generation, what does that make you think? That is telling you as an educator to be 5, 3, 7, 10, 20 steps ahead. AI in education is here to stay. Quickly, let me share with you. Currently, some of my friends, they have worked using AI to, to make lesson plan, lesson notes as easy as possible. This is in Nigeria, and that is the future. To get to a point, no teacher will write any lesson plan again. All what you need is just the topic. It's just a topic, and you get every other thing that you need to do that would suit exactly what is obtainable in your classrooms. That is the work of AI. It gathers a lot of data that has been fed. There's a lot of data that has been fed to the computer. So all you just need is to fetch one, and they are flexible. So they just bring teaching and learning easy and material accessible. Thank you so much, Ebenezer. Yeah, it makes that easy for you, and not just accessible, to even bring it to reality. Just to tell you, go to your phone. Let's assume that there's a particular animal that is really difficult for you to bring to the classrooms. Do you know that you can bring it to your classroom using your phone, and it will be your student will be interacting with it? Just for example, just go to your Google as I'm speaking with you, type your Google, type any form of animals, and then you'll see the 3D version. Click on the 3D version and see the magic that will happen. You could use that in your classrooms just for next. All right, so thank you so much, Kingsley. More creative about integrating AI into my learning experience. That's fine. So I'm just going to leave that, and then we'll move. What is AI in education is what all of you have been discussing. So I'm just going to put a context into this. Everybody knows Duolingo, isn't it? You've heard about Duolingo. I want to believe that. It is an AI-powered platform that personalized learning for you. An AI-powered platform that personalized learning for you, depending it studies your what you like, what you say, the data you click on to generate what is good for you to learn languages. It's as simple as that. And it also tests your capacity based on, it tests your capacity, evaluates you based on your own capacity. This is what that's all about. That is a form of AI in education. Also, there's something we call Ubongo. Ubongo is an AI platform. It's a Tanzania-based platform. And they use it, it's very, very interactive. This is an Africa, it's not like we are saying in the United States, this is an Africa-based, it's from Tanzania. And this allows, an interactive platform for you to, for students, for learners to play with. It's like a gamified version of learning. So, and it's an AI-powered platform. So when you go there, it looks at your data to suggest what is good for you. And then it's also a way of, bringing STEM into reality for you. So these are the current trends in education that AI is assisting a whole lot of people. There's a lot. There's a Khan Academy. There's Khan Academy, that all subjects, think about any subject you want. Just as a teacher, just think about any subject, think about any topic, think about any methodology it will give to you. There's quizzes, there's a lot of them in education currently. What did they do? Is just to simplify learning, to make learning fun, to make it interactive, and to suit, don't forget the word, to suit what you're doing, most importantly. All right, so in Nigeria context, what is happening in Nigeria context? Like I shared with you, there's something you can browse about it. It's called Scholar app. That particular app assists you in generating, lesson plan within 1 minute. You generate lesson plan within 1 minute. If you have written a lesson plan before and you want it to help you to, work on it, look to suit the kind of student that you want, you just upload it there and it generates with you within 1 minute. That is the work of AI. We have other platforms that makes it easy, like I said as well. And these are in Nigeria. We have Coda. There's a platform. That platform is an AI just for learning of softwares. We have one that is just for improving reading. Lexi Genius. It's just to read. Like it suggests reading ability for you. It suggests your strength, it suggests your weakness. It gives you formative. This is for learners. As a teacher, you can also be on that platform. Then you have many resources to yourself that you can use for a student in your classroom. Imagine having a student, like us working with different teachers. Imagine having a teacher that is struggling with a student in the school on just to read, fluently and all that. You could just explore that Lexi Genius, and it suggests a way you, based on the, information you are suggested for the AI. These are the things these are the current trend in AI in Nigeria. You can imagine what Brainiac is also doing. Imagine you being able to infuse robotics and automation. You want to explain how an object moves from one place to another. We want to explain friction. We want to explain some, some topics in physics. You could use automation to make that happen, and that learning stays. And imagine a student, imagine a student being able to see what you are to reality, and you'll be able to do that in few minutes. So these are the things, these are how educators are thinking right now. As I'm speaking with you, we have different, schools that are already onboarded, and in the next couple of years, they would be there. They almost everything that they are going to be doing. Every teacher that cannot work with AI would never work in such schools. So that's to ask you a question: where are you? Where will you be the next 3 to 2, 3, 4 years? Where are you going to be? Like us, our focus is leadership. AI is not going to take your job away, but it's going to make you more effective, make you more productive at what you do. but you must learn about it. Most of you know chatbot, most of you know, chatbots, most of you know Bard. In fact, Google just moved from Bard to Gemini. This can create slide for you, can create lesson plan for you, can create what's it called? Flyers for you, can create, presentation, anything you just go, but you need to learn how to, make all these commands and make all this AI works for you in a very best version. So this is the current situation, and this is why we're having this conversation. So how can you, be there? How can you be that, that educators that also harnessing, the world of AI to improve learning outcome in your classroom? So what are the strategies that you think that you need to know? So the first thing, let me be sure that I'm not talking to myself. I always feel like that. Can this platform display? Oh, so if I'm going to display that platform, then I need to just go back a bit. But it's not. I would be sharing those platforms with you, but I will share just one because you ask. Before I go to the strategies, Benjamin, or when I'm done doing the question and answer, I will show some of the platform for you. All right. So the first strategies that you need to think about is that you as an educator, you need to choose the right tools for you. We have so many platforms. Like Benjamin just asked, we have so many platforms. We have so many platforms, but you must not be embedded in all those platforms. You just have to pick one that works best for you. Yeah, you just have to pick one that works best for you, depending on the need. If you want to create an exam, let's say you want to create an, exam questions, there are platforms you can do that. You want to create quizzes, there are platforms you can do that. You want to create, pictures and all of that, there are platforms you can do that. So you just have to pick the one that works for you and learn the commands. And that is why you have to keep, learning. You must learn a lot in this particular. So choose the right, platform that works for you. So the second one is personal. You have to personalize your learning with AI. AI is also a personalized things for you. So now as a teacher, you have to now personalize your own form of learning with AI. What is that particular field in AI that I want to be really prolific with? Is it about, developing lesson plan? Is it about delivering of lesson in the classroom? Is it about using robots to teach in the classroom? Is it automation? You need to find your niche. And that's what makes you different. Don't be everywhere, like I used to say to every educators that I work with, I train. Don't be everywhere. Have your niche and be a professional in that niche, right? So, and then of course, it is important that you know how to enhance engagement and creativity with AI. And it's because, most of us, most of educators that I've worked with, it's overwhelming to them. It's overwhelming because, considering the reality that they have 40 minutes or 35 minutes to teach. And then they have to, and you're thinking around inclusive classrooms that would be so much interactive. We want every student to be able to, especially those in the public sector, is really, challenging. But you just have to learn how to be creative with AI with it. Like, for example, you want to teach, transportation, right? And the means of transportation, and you're looking at aeroplane, and then, you can take all your students abroad, or to an airport. You could use, virtual reality to make that happen if you can afford it. If you can, there's some AI, you just send the command. So airport generates or simulates, aeroplane, how aeroplane works, how aeroplane fly in an airport. You will see a particular video or a particular, how will I call it? It's just show, and you'll be able to present it in your classroom, and the students will be able to interact with it. That is you using a platform. If you want to use robotics to or automation to generate that, you can design that as well. But these are the way you think in the classroom, how you can make things that are abstract, that are not really accessible, to bring it to your classrooms and make it different. And students will gain more, understanding about what you're teaching in your classroom. So those are the, strategies that you need to, there's a lot, but these are the focal ones that are really important. You need to choose the right tools and you need to personalize learning. Not everything, just personalize, and then you have to be creative with whatever you are going to be doing. So these are the key things that I want you to hold on to. So, and then there's so many effective implementation and challenges that you need to understand in when you want to make AI works for you. You have to be practical. You have to do a lot of practical implementation strategy. Like you need to load a lot of command. You need to test a lot of tools. You need to use, when you have identified a particular platform, please go over that platform again and again and again and use it for different topics, different problems that you feel that it will be good for just your classrooms or for your students. And another thing is, let me tell you, teachers training and support cannot be overemphasized. What Brainiac is doing is to train, to go to schools, like she said, make it happen for them. They can also train you to be able to learn how to, use robots and also automation in your classrooms to drive learning. Like us, what we do is to train teachers to be able to be effective in the use of all these AI platforms. Be able to use the commands that is just right for you. And you have, people, coaches that will guide you through, those journey. These are key things that you have to do as an educator. You must learn how to continuously use those platforms. You must go for trainings on those platforms on how to use robotics, on how to use, gamify way of, facilitated learning and all that. And of course, let me tell you, in this era, partnership, collaboration, and sharing, it cannot be overemphasized. If you have someone that knows about these things, please work with the person. If you have a teacher that you know that is really good in what you do using, AI in their schools, can you work with the person, share some strategies with you, and then also be able to replicate that? There's nothing bad in technological transfer. And that's exactly what made China becomes greater today. You can transfer technology, you can imitate technology, you can do that as well in your classroom. So that is also one of the key things that you want to think about when you learn. But don't forget, there are challenges. There are challenges and concern. People are skeptical about would this take away their job? There's so much, you have to be open to those dialogues. You have to follow the trend on all of these things. You must follow the trend on what are the challenges on AI currently. So most of the time is adaptability of the content and the context. So you have to learn how, and we are solving the problem that is about the power of command, right? It's about the power of command. And also you need to understand your classrooms. You understand your classroom, you have like, let's say 50 students, and you want to bring AI and you have just one single laptop. How are you mitigating those challenges ahead of time? That is your own, that's not AI. But because you want to use AI to drive engagement, you have to drive learning in the classroom, you must think ahead. You must strategize on how you can make that happen. Are you going to pair them in group? Is it that you are working with this group A today, or you work with group A today, which is 10 students, and you are working with group B tomorrow, and you're working with group C the next day? You must put that this is your own work. This is why we say AI is not going to take the work of educators, because you have to adapt it in your classrooms. And then you have to now earn the trust of your students and your stakeholders to make this happen. And that's why it is important as well. You must make this happen. You must build the trust. Students must trust you on. You don't just bring things to your classroom. I want to believe that you're an educator and you're very good at what you do. You have to bring the students together. When you even want to develop this, when you want to use AI, why don't you engage your students? Okay, so what are you thinking? For me, for a teacher, don't impose things. You are not in the era of imposing your knowledge or what you do on your student. We are in the era of allowing your students to be the forefront of what they have to be at the forefront of what is going to happen. They drive the learning. It has to be about the learner-centered. And using AI, that they will be the one to do the most of the work. You are just bringing it to the classroom. You are presenting to them. They are working with it. Is it moving off? Like labeling part of. You want to label a whole skeleton, and then you are using a generative AI image. You put it out there. And if you can present using, what's it called? PowerPoints, that would be great. Projector, that would be really great. But they can't. It's there. They just have to drag some, pick some selected one of them. So they need to believe that it will also get to them. It will also get to them one day, and they'll be able to interact with this. I'm just talking about people that are having challenges with, large numbers in their classrooms, not having access to technology that's needed to drive this. So these are the things that you just have to do. And then if you're able to do all of this in this era, trust me, you're just going to be using AI at the tip of your finger, and then you'll be driving the kind of change you want in your classrooms. And then you'll just be without the phenomenal teachers that go extra mile to make things happen. So this is where I'm going to stop. I've already spent like 20 or 30 minutes. And then I want to say to you that you are the future of AI in Nigerian education. And then, you have to take the lead. You have to internalize all those platforms to drive the change that you're looking at. 1 hour, one session is not enough to go through AI, but it is enough to charge you. It is enough for you to identify where your niche is, and then what are those things that you needed to do to make this happen. So I'll just stop here, and I'll hand over to Abisala to take it up from here. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Hafiz. This is interesting. I really enjoyed this section. But before I move on, I would like to ask, it's not a question, but just request that based on the people here, could you please list the AI tools that educators can actually use? You mentioned some, you mentioned few. Yeah.
All right.
You mentioned few.
All right. So I'm going to be putting I'm going to be putting something on the platform now. I don't know. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Great. So I'm going to put this on the platform now. ChatGPT, Bing, Gemini. So click on this particular link. It has a lot of tools that you can use. There's Canva Magic, there's Audio Pen, there's GroupPod, there's OpenAI, there's Quizzes, there's SlideGo. This is one. And then let me quickly, if I still have the time, let me take this away and let me just show you something from what one of the participants asked. Please confirm you can see my screen and then you can hear me. Looking at this is one of the most powerful AI in Canada. I click on multi-choice. Can you still see my screen? Let me be sure. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. So I like to be practical. So that it's not just like we are just there. So let's say I want a topic. Can someone give me a topic so that we just practicalize it so that you see how this works? A topic of your choice.
Sustainable climate education.
No, I don't want that. That's a bit complex. I want something that it's within this
weather. The subject.
Weather. Okay, weather. Let's say weather. So we want to generate how many questions I want to generate weather. I say 5. I can say 3, depending on you. How many options? I can say 2, I can say 1. So let's generate this. So let's generate this. Great. Please confirm you can see what is happening on the dashboard. On the screen. Let it finish. and you are a teacher, you've already taught this. There's nothing really big deal about what you've taught, and then you want your student to also be able to be in that international space. Within few minutes, I've generated three questions with two options, and then if this aligns with what you have, of course you can pick it. Don't forget, you can also generate content for everything they're doing here. So imagine I just copy this and I put it there and I've generated my this. And you can make this in quizzes to become a kind of gamified, platform. You put this question there and then you can interact with it. So this is one of platform you can use to generate questions. This also can generate essay for you. It can generate a whole lesson plan for you, depending on what you want to do with it. So I'm just going to share this as well with you on the platform as well. Just to add to what Abisola asked. All right, Abisola, over to you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Please, if you have any question, kindly put this in the chat box. And before then, I would like to talk about the upcoming training from Smart Teachers Academy. I'm going to share my screen now. Please, if you have any question, kindly put it in the chat box. You can as well go to our website, brainiac.net. You can check that, and also our email, brainiac@gmail.com. Then we have brainiac.ng, and you can also put it here. We'll take it from there. So I'll be sharing my screen now.